sides. I'm going to solve this in two ways. Method 1 is like number 16 that we just did, where I can rewrite this equation in quadratic form. It doesn't quite look like quadratic form as it is now, but if I were to write x as the square root of x squared, remember that square and that square root undo each other, so this is the same thing as that, and then leave the rest the same, it's in quadratic form. A something squared minus b times something plus c equals 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that middleman, that square root of x, let u equal the square root of x. So if u is the square root of x, then I can rewrite this as 2u squared minus 5 times u plus 2 equals 0. So now, this is much less intimidating than that, so I can factor this like normal. So I've got going to make 2u squared with a 2u and a u. I'm going to make 2 with a 1 and a 2. If I put the 2 here and the 1 there, that'll give me a 4 and a 1 in the middle. So if it's a minus 4 and a minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, that'll give me the minus 5u in the middle that I want. So this times that equals 0. So now we split it up, either 2u minus 1 equals 0 or u minus 2 equals 0. So add 1 to both sides, 2u equals 1, so u equals 1/2. Add 2 to both sides, u equals 2. But remember, we started off with x's, and we want to know what x equals, not what u equals. So go back to your substitution, u is the square root of x, and put that in. So if u equals 1/2, the square root of x equals 1/2, and the square root of x equals 2. Just substituting the u with the square root of x. So now solve each one of these. Undo that square root by squaring both sides. So remember, the square and the square root undo each other. So x is 1/2 squared. Square the top, 1 squared is 1, square the bottom, 2 squared is 4. So there's one of our answers. Same thing over here, undo the square root by squaring both sides. Square root and the square undo each other, so it leaves me with an x equals 4. So x equals 4 and x equals 1/4 are my final two answers.